you guys so much for having me. There's a pretty good turnout, 19 people on here today. I'm really excited to talk with you guys about social media marketing. And I should be having a few new things. We've had some recent updates on pretty much every app right now. So I wanted to touch on a few of those, and hopefully everybody can leave here learning something new and feeling a little bit inspired to post something today. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Alex. I'm a social media strategist slash actress, and I have a background in business development. I've been doing these classes for about a year and a half now through Prosper Insurance. They're actually paying for me to be here right now. So shout out to Prosper Insurance. If y'all don't know too much about them, please look into Prosper. They're amazing. I'll touch on them a little bit more at the end. So I mentioned actress because that's actually how I got my start with social media. I was on camera since I was a little kid acting, but then I landed a spot in a web series that had quite a significant social media following. And I wanted to convert some of those viewers onto my own platforms. And I was able to get brand deals, sponsorships, and overall just get paid a pretty good amount of money for my following and get to go on trips and all this cool stuff. So I know how much of an impact social media can have and how much it can help. So that's why I am really passionate about it. And I want to be able to help other people to get clients or make money or whatever you would like to do on social media. But today, of course, we're focusing on the real estate industry. So normally I would ask everybody to go around and kind of say your experiences, but since this is muted, I'd love to encourage you to, throw any questions in the chat too. I'd be happy to answer those. So I'm going to get right into strategy. I've gone over a little bit more of the how-tos in the past, and I can certainly do that in the future if you guys want me to take things a little bit slower and show you how to film certain things. But for right now, just want to get straight into strategy. So the best way I could sum up my strategy is that I want you to be seen and form a connection online. It's not really our job to convince people to buy a home. We can encourage them, but what we really want to do is convince them to use us when buying a home. You really want to sell yourself here. That's really the main goal. So there's going to be two different types of viewers on your content. That's going to be your mutuals and future buyers. So mutuals is going to be all those people that you went to high school with that you don't really talk to too much anymore. All the people in the industry that you're friends with that maybe you meet out at networking events, and their friends too. So mutuals of your friends as well. So then we also have buyers. So those are people that are actively searching for content about buying a home. So to kind of dig into the mutuals a little bit, these will hopefully be future clients who will want to work with you. And they're also going to be some of the biggest supporters of your content. So they will be sharing your content. They're going to be liking and commenting. And that is really good because we want as much engagement on each photo as possible. That way we can be boosted to the top of those potential buyers' feeds. So they will see you and you'll make a really good name for yourself and just be active on social media. So interaction is important. Now, mutuals, what they want to see is you. They want to see your personal content. They want to see your face. I bet you anything, if you go through all of your photos, you will see that the ones that do best are the ones with your face in it and that you're celebrating something or celebrating a win. That's what your mutuals want to see from you. So this is going to look like personal posts, and stories are going to do really well here. So stories are that feature that stays on your page for 24 hours and they go out to people that are currently following you. So that's going to be a great way to stay top of mind for these mutuals. And we're not trying to sell to them. We don't want to be too salesy. We just want to remind people that we exist and that when they are ready to buy a home, then hopefully they will work with us. Now the buyers, this is going to be people actively searching, and we are lucky because we live around a military base, several of them. So there's so many people that are moving here that have never been here. They need to look up Virginia Beach, Norfolk, all the cities around us. And they're also looking up home buying information and the current market right now, how to apply for a loan. So this is kind of that low-hanging fruit that's already interested. We just need to convert them over to work with us. So they want to see informational content. This is going to come in many forms, which I'll get into a little bit more, but especially video is going to work really, really well with buyers. And then we want to tag the heck out of our posts. So I'm going to get into that too. So that way you can be seen by these people. And we're not trying to sell to them either. We're trying to inform them. That's the main goal. We want to inform them, and we want to be of value to these people. So that way they want to follow you for that reason, and they want to follow you to eventually work with you. Ideally, you're going to have a good mix of both of these. So whether that's a 50-50 mix, you want to have more personal content and some informational content, or maybe you want to have mostly informational because you don't want to put a whole bunch of personal stuff out there. Whatever it is, you do want to have a little bit of both. That is important. So how can we make the most of our mutuals so we can stay top of mind? For all of you guys that don't like posting right now, I'm sure there's somebody in here that's not a fan of posting. The easiest thing you can do is interact online. And you should be doing this whether you're posting or not. So this is going to look like liking other people's posts, commenting, and sharing. Leaving thought-provoking comments is going to be great, or just encouraging comments. Now, bonus points if your username has what you do in the title. So it could look like Alex Bird, real estate agent, in my title. So now every time I comment on somebody else's posts, that's free advertising for me, for all of their mutual followers. And if you can do this as much as possible, that's going to be great. You're getting yourself out there a ton. You also want to interact with people right before you post as well. 15 minutes before you post and 15 minutes after you post, that's going to make a big difference in your engagement. So you kind of get what you give online. If you're giving out a lot of love on other people's posts, then you're going to get that back. Now, the next thing is sharing your personal highlights and wins. Like I said, I bet you that most people in here, your top liked post is going to be you celebrating something about yourself. So you really want to show off here. You can do different testimonials as well that would fit into this category. That's going to be really helpful. Now, tagging referral partners and clients is going to be great. I don't know how much access you guys have to taking photos of clients when they're closing on a home, maybe at the closing table, but those are going to be great photos because they look so happy in those photos. And if you tag them, then all of their followers and friends will see those pictures. And if they don't have anybody to work with, they're going to check you out and be curious who you are. You can also tag your realtor that you're working with in that post and help them out, and tag maybe the inspector, the appraiser, whoever's working on this deal, tag them, because then you will show up on all of their pages and it's just a new place in the internet that you're showing up, and that's great. Another post you can do is reintroducing yourself. So you can make a post every 6 months or so that says, hey, I have some new friends on here or followers. I just wanted to take some time to reintroduce myself and tell you what I could do for you. That way you're laying everything out, and you're not being too salesy. You're just having a friendly little reminder of who you are. And next, you can encourage people to share, especially that post. If you say, if you guys could share this post, it would mean a lot to me. It would really help me out. People want to share your content and people want to help you out. So you are likely to get more shares on that. And that's always going to help, because then you're just showing up on, even more sections of the internet. Now, how can we be discovered by buyers? We want to become a resource for them. So first of all is going to be city information. So anything dealing with our city is going to be so helpful. This is especially true for realtors. I do this class for both realtors and lenders, but I think I have seen lenders do this too, where you share information about the best happy hours around, the best restaurants, some events going on, and maybe some of your favorite neighborhoods. And whatever you can do to kind of be that expert in your area is going to be helpful. And it's a way to attract all these new people if you're tagging those new restaurants and those new events. Now, we also can do the typical real estate industry content as well. So again, for realtors, they can do those home tours, but you guys can also, I know you guys can go to open houses, so you can take photos there, and you can talk about the process of, of farming a loan, like whatever people have to do to apply, you can talk about that and really be a resource on how they should go about getting a loan and what some of the requirements are. Now, market updates is also a good one. I think people are really curious about what's going on. I know I am, now that I'm kind of a few steps away from the industry. I'm like, what the heck is going on right now? Where are interest rates? I don't know. So if you can be that person that is updating everyone, that's going to be great. Next up is video. I'm going to get more into video, everyone's favorite. So I'll get into that, but that leads me into tags. So tags is so essential. It's the way that people are going to find you. So there's three main types of tags that you're going to want to use. The first one is hashtags. Hashtags is definitely a big topic. People are always so curious, what hashtag should I use? How many should I use? So really the purpose of hashtags is to alert the algorithm of each app as to what your photo or video is about. So you want to describe what it's about, who you are, and the location that you're in. That's going to be kind of the best way to sum up what you want to hashtag. Hashtags are going to work best over on Instagram. You can still do them on Facebook. You can do them over on TikTok, but I'd say Instagram is probably best for hashtags. Because that's letting Instagram push your content in front of the people that actually want to see it. So those buyers that are actively searching right now, if you were using the proper hashtags, which I will show you in a minute, then you will likely get in front of them. And that's exactly what we want. We're hoping to convert them into followers. So next we want to tag locations as much as possible as well. So if you are out at a happy hour or at a restaurant, tagging that particular place will be so helpful. Those people, all those restaurants, happy hour places, they all have a team. They have at least one person that's running their marketing that wants to show that people enjoy their restaurant. So they're going to repost your content. So you were able to kind of take up space over on that part of the internet as well, and hopefully attract more people too. And this is especially helpful too if you have your title in your name as well, because you know, once they're reposting it, then people are alerted of what you do, who you are, and those active buyers right now will be interested in that. Now also we want to tag as many people as possible. So you want to tag your friends in the pictures, you want to tag different companies. I'd like to tell a story that one time I made a video on Starbucks because I had a whole bunch of different like Starbucks drinks and I tagged them, and then Starbucks followed me back on TikTok, which was so cool. So you never know who's going to see your stuff and who's going to follow you because of it. So just tagging relevant people to the video is going to be really great. So I did a little bit of hashtag research. This is very current right now. I went over on TikTok to search because TikTok is actually 40% of young people are using TikTok over Google. So a lot of people are getting their information on TikTok. So you can see that almost 500 million people are searching home buying tips. Virginia Beach, moving to Virginia Beach has 500,000. 757 Eats has 3 million. Real estate market almost 200 million. So there's a lot of interest in these hashtags. People are actively searching this. So if you're making videos and then using that hashtag, that will lead you to the buyers that are interested in buying a home right now. So ideally, you are going to have 15 to 30 hashtags over on Instagram. If this seems like an overwhelming number, you can always copy and paste it into the notes on your phone and then put it back in your caption every time that you're going to post. Just vary it up a little bit. And then over on TikTok, if anybody here's on TikTok, you want to use 0 to 3 hashtags. I would trying out a couple different things, but you don't want to confuse the algorithm too much over there. Now on Facebook, you're still going to want to tag all of the people, the location, but hashtags aren't really as important over there. But I do encourage you to have a social media outside of Facebook if you don't already. So Instagram or TikTok is going to be great. I know a lot of people have a little bit of an issue sometimes with TikTok, but I swear it's a great place. While it's still around, might as well use it to your advantage. So let's get into video. So this is going to be TikTok, Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, and YouTube Shorts. So why is video so important? It's so important because it gets pushed out to everybody. Everybody can see your video, not just the people following you. If you are just making a typical post, chances are only the people following you are really going to see it, unless you know, are really utilizing all those hashtags. But video gets pushed out to anybody that the app thinks it's relevant to. So you're also getting a lot of information out in a short period of time. You can get a lot of information out within 20 seconds on a video. You're also showing who you are and, you know, getting people to really like you and trust you through that video. It's a lot easier than just posting a photo of yourself. And then also people get that real-time feedback in the comments too. So they're able to participate in the video. They feel kind of like they're part of the video. So when I'm saying short form video content too, I'm saying the videos that are shot vertical, not horizontal. I always emphasize that because the videos that are horizontal, if you're posting them as a real form, they are not going to perform as well because they have the black bars on either side. You want to keep it in the way that people are accustomed to watching it, like this when you're going to film. So these videos have a pretty easy formula to follow, especially if you're doing that informational or kind of a story in the video. Having a hook, problem, solution, and then call to action in the video is the perfect formula. So as far as a hook, that's the first 3 seconds of the video. You have 3 seconds to grasp somebody's attention. So if I was to make a video talking about that I'm a real estate agent maybe, and I wanted to talk about the #1 mistake I see most home buyers making. I'm not going to start the video saying, hey guys, my name is Alex, and I wanted to share this one story. You want to get their attention right away. So I could say, this is the #1 mistake I see home buyers making right now. Then I can introduce myself if I'd like to, or I don't have to. But getting that 3 seconds, that first 3 seconds to grasp somebody's attention is really all you have because attention spans are just so short. So then we want to go through with the problem and the solution. I'd say that's pretty easy to figure out depending on your story. And then the call to action is going to be really important. So the hook and call to action are the most important. The call to action is prompting them to take action at the end of the video. So if you can say, leave a comment if you agree, or like this video for more content like this, or message me if you would like to work together. Something at the very end that kind of wraps up the video with a little bow that gets people to take action for a next step. Or you can ask people to follow you if you want more information on this, whatever it is to prompt people to take action. Now, another little tip too, if you are big on video, is to make the audience feel special and included in your video. And an example of this, if I was making a video about somewhere to eat in Virginia Beach, instead of saying, hey, this is my favorite restaurant in Virginia Beach, I could say, you need to take your family here right now, or you need to go here for your next date. Something that the audience can then picture themselves within the video too, is going to be helpful. Just so that way, you know, they can reference back and say, oh, I actually was recommended by Alex over on TikTok. You know, and then it's kind of a more personal thing. It's a little bit of a psychological hack, I guess, but that is going to be helpful. Now, some video must-haves is having a short video. You certainly can do a longer video if you would like, but the shorter the better usually because of those very short attention spans. So I'd say between 15 to 30 seconds is going to be best. And you kind of want to watch your video back too after you do it and think like, would I watch the whole thing? Would I watch through the first 3 seconds, or would I scroll first? So having those quick videos is good. We also want to, I already went over having it vertical, but when you're filming, you want to make sure that you have enough room on the top of your head, unlike me now, to have the hook written out. So having some text above your head when it says, this is the #1 mistake I see home buyers making, having that text pop up is going to be great at keeping attention. Now, You also would ideally have captions on these videos as well. So on TikTok, you can easily add captions with a captions button. Now on Instagram, I believe some people have this option. I don't even know about Facebook Reels, to be honest, because I don't think I've ever actually started any reel in Facebook. But over on Instagram, some people have the option to click and add captions. Others, you might just have to download the Captions app, which is free if you use the free version. It's only limited to certain fonts that you can use, but I think simple is best. So when you have the captions going while you're talking, you kind of want to have them where people can see it, but it's not blocked by your written out caption too. So just having those words in a place that people can see them, it's not too big, it's not too small, is going to be good, because about 50% of people aren't actually listening to the video. They're just watching it because they're scrolling at work or in the bathroom or something. So you don't want to single out those people that can't hear the video. You want them to be able to read it. Let's see if there's any other video must-haves. Let's see, we got the hook, we got the call to action. I'd say filling out the caption is going to be really helpful too, especially over on Instagram and Facebook Reels. Having a long caption is helpful. That allows people to go through and read the entire caption and let your video loop in the background, causing you to get that full view on the video. If people are sitting on the video for a long time, that's going to count better for you than if they're leaving it midway through. So having some lengthy caption, you can even have like a 3-second video and say my top 3 tips for qualifying for a loan. You would do that, and then you say, check the caption. You know, like you don't have to actually say it in the video, you just have it all written out, and boom, you got a video. You'll probably get a lot of views on it, and because people are going to be reading that caption. And then let's see, the last video must have, oh, I just had it in my head. Well, I just thought of another one, is filming in front of a big window is going to be really helpful. Having good lighting, maybe having kind of a set background that you make certain videos in is good. I think your car is an amazing place to take video. You feel more confident in the car in the first place. You know nobody can hear you. You're automatically going to have good lighting, and chances are your car backseat's probably cleaned out enough where it'll look fine. I would try to steer away from using different filters. I know it's tempting. Maybe if you don't have a lot of makeup on that day, you really want to use a filter, and that's fine sometimes. But I would stay away from using too many filters, as it's going to diminish the video's quality.
Hello? Hey. Where am I?
I'll just keep going. Sorry, get distracted easily. So having that good quality is going to be really important. I would always try to clean off your camera on the front of your screen and on the back if you're filming that way. And that way, the video is just much clearer. It makes all the difference. So now how to increase confidence. I'm sure there's somebody on here that hasn't filmed because they don't feel confident enough. They, haven't filmed video of themselves. They don't feel like they should do it. But I'm here to tell you, everybody has a spot on the internet for video. No matter what, whether you've done it yet or not, everybody has something to say. Everybody has a story to share. You never know who's going to see it and who's going to really enjoy your content. So please don't single yourself out thinking you won't do well on video, because I promise there is a spot for you if you just practice. So some ways to feel a little bit better about it. Again, filming in the car is going to be really good, but also before you start filming, just getting yourself ready, with a little bit of extra time in the morning and really feeling your best before you go on camera is going to help you out a lot. Also giving a friend a call that is going to pump you up. That one friend that actually does pump you up. Try calling them first, listening to some music first, practicing talking, and just practicing filming video over and over again, just kind of on your own time. You never know when you're going to get that perfect take. Just don't tell yourself, oh, I have to get this perfect take right now. Just go for it. Just say you're going to practice, and maybe you get the perfect shot. Now, also, you can start on a different platform that you aren't already on if you're a little bit nervous about it. So if you don't have a TikTok right now, but you don't want all of your friends on Facebook to see the video that you're posting, try making a TikTok or an Instagram to post video from, and just don't connect your contacts to it. Just make it anonymous. You don't even have to include your name, and just practice putting video up. And just take a look at what others are doing in the industry and see how they're performing online, and kind of put your own spin on it is going to be really helpful. Even if you don't talk about loans or anything dealing with our industry, as long as you have your bio filled out to say what you do, then I think it's still helpful just to show up online. So now, which platform should you post on? I would say as many platforms as possible to post that one video is going to be great, because that's just increasing your chances of getting seen. So as many as you can is going to be great. Let's see. Okay, so we already have an answer to that question. But I would try switching up the platforms you're using. I was consulting this one gentleman that was posting a lot of videos over on TikTok, and I was like, why don't you try posting these on Facebook Reels? And they blew up, and he started getting 30 to 40,000 views on every single video. But on TikTok, he was only getting 500. So you just don't know where your content's going to resonate until you try. Okay, so what is new with socials? So first of all, just some little fun things. We have auto posting on Instagram. I don't think everybody has this, because I've heard some people have it, but I personally don't have it for some reason. But on one of my accounts, I didn't try all of them, but you can schedule your content to go out whenever you want. So you can take a lot of different content. You can take pictures or reels, whatever you would like. And when you go to post, there's a certain section where you can schedule it out for weeks in advance. And that's great, because you can get all your content done one day out of the month and schedule it out. Makes it really easy on you. It makes it part of your work day too. If you can take that half a day to film and edit your content, and then, or just take pictures, whatever you would like to do, and then schedule it out for the rest of the month, you don't even have to think about it. Ideally, you would still be interacting with other people, responding back to those comments after it goes live, but this is just going to take one more thing off of your plate. So it's going to be really easy. Now, we also have an easy green screen feature over on Instagram. So if you guys would like to follow along with me, I would like to show you how to use this green screen. Hopefully somebody on here would like to see how to use this. So I'm just going to go through and do a little demo with you guys. So when I say green screen, I'm talking about, the vertical green screen where you can add in any picture. So it is going to be that vertical way when we're doing reels. So I'm going to go onto Instagram right now, and I'm going to go ahead and swipe over to where I can start posting. And I'm going to click reel at the bottom. So I'm swiping over to reel. Now I'm seeing myself here, but I can click on green screen, and you're going to see that it automatically posts, just a regular picture. I don't know if you can see that. And you can say change background. So now I can click camera roll, and I can click on any photo I want. So I just have like a random little text bubble, and now my face is in front of that picture. So instead of posting an infographic online, which I know a lot of us are guilty of, because that's the easiest thing to post, is just infographics. Instead of just posting that infographic, I challenge you to post it as a green screen, and then you can interact with that. You can point to different sections. So I'll just film this really quick so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So hopefully you can see it. You can see my face in front of this texting thread. So that just makes those infographics a bit more engaging and entertaining, and you can really comment on it. So there's more layers now to your information that you're giving. I can't see your screen. Am I the only one? Sorry that you can't see my screen. I already just closed out of it, but let's see. You might have seen those videos before where, let's see, I'll film an easy one. where people are just sitting in front. So basically I just filmed this video and you guys can see that my background is my bedroom, but now it looks like I have a picture in the background. Hopefully you can see that. So I think that's just a cool feature, and I love that they just made a button to easily do that over on Instagram. Now we'll talk about Threads. So Threads is Instagram's version of TikTok. They brought this out about a week ago, so it's pretty new so far. It looks, oh, sorry, did I say TikTok? I meant to say Twitter. Instagram's version of Twitter. So if you go on to Threads, if you download Threads, it will automatically connect with your Instagram account. And you'll have the same name on there. You'll have the same followers if they're over on Threads too. And you'll have the same profile picture. So it's already all set up for you. You'll see it looks and acts like Twitter. There's not a huge difference. I think that they made it just because of Twitter's CEO changing. I'm not too sure, but they just wanted to, join the party, join the Twitter party. So it's a conversational app. That's the whole point, is to start conversations on there. Now, I'm an okay fan of it. I don't think we need another social media platform, to be honest. Believe it or not, I'm not a huge social media fan. I just know a lot about it. So I didn't think it was super necessary. So I don't really participate on Threads right now, but I'm seeing a lot of people just start conversations, talking about different things going on, whether it's just in the world or daily life, or maybe sharing a picture too. You can have pictures on there. It can be helpful for work in the future. I think right now, if you wanted to get a head start on a platform, this is the time to do it. And this is the app to try it with. If you want to gain a lot of followers quickly on this, now would be the time, because people are actively using this right now and there's not a lot of competition. So if you're waiting for like months and then you decide to join, it's going to be much harder to get followers on there. Now, kind of the strategy behind that, there's not really a good strategy right now on gaining leads from this. It's kind of more for fun at this point. It's really unregulated and unmonitored. So you can kind of say whatever you want, but I would try to keep things lighthearted and maybe keep it on the topic of the market or the industry. Anything, if you would like to turn that into more of a business account. If not, it's kind of just for fun right now. I'm sure we will see many influencers going over there and brands trying to use that though to market themselves. So might as well get a head start. Maybe I'll have more to report back to you when we do this again in September. We'll see. So I wanted to encourage you guys to try a couple different things today, if you need something to post. So the first one is to share a song that you're loving, either from Spotify or from Apple Music or whatever music streaming that you have. I'm sure you're able to do this. If you go on Spotify, there's a little button and you can click share song. And actually, I'll just go through the exact steps with you because I don't know exactly what the buttons say. So I'll pull up a song and then I'll click on the top 3 buttons at the top of the screen. And then, and then I'll say share. And then I can either share it to my Facebook feed, I can share it to my Instagram stories, my Facebook stories, my Instagram feed too. There's a lot of different places you can post it. I'd encourage you to post it onto a stories, either Facebook stories or Instagram stories. And you can say, this is my current favorite, like who has a song suggestion for me? Does anyone know a song that kind of sounds like this one? Does anyone have a good summer song to add to my playlist? Something like that. That's just an easy idea that you can do that doesn't require your face to be in the video or in the story. If you don't feel camera ready or anything that day. And then you can also do this with different accounts that you follow as well. So if you follow some more fun accounts that are like lighthearted stuff, or maybe it has to do with the market, maybe it's a sports thing, whatever it is, you can share their content onto your own stories. And that's just a great way to stay top of mind and share some things that you're interested in. Because again, you really just want to be seen and form a connection with the people looking at your content. So as many things you can get out there of your interest, that's going to be great. Now the next one, this is kind of a newer thing too. On Instagram Reels, you can do an add yours feature. That just is a prompt that people are asking you certain questions, and you will add your own picture to the thread. So an example would be my first dog, add yours. So when you're in there, you can just find a picture of your first dog and share that and kind of make a little comment on that. So this is a really good way to have an easy prompt of something to share daily or weekly. And I'll show you how to get to that too. So I think unfortunately this is just on Instagram, not on Facebook, but I'm gonna go ahead and open up Instagram right now, and I am gonna go back to where we were to film a reel. So I'm just gonna swipe over, go to the filming screen, and then at the very bottom here, I'm gonna hit Reels. And then you'll see on the side, it'll say add yours. There's an arrow next to it, and you'll click that. And then you will see this list of questions. I know you guys can't read that, but they just look like bubbles. So one of them says, what's your most unforgettable experience? So I can click on that. And now that sticker, sorry, I wish y'all could see this better. You can kind of see there's like a little bubble right here, and it says, what's your most unforgettable experience? Add yours. So now I can go ahead and upload a photo. Every time we go to upload something, it's going to be in the bottom left corner. I can click on that button and go through my pictures and find my most unforgettable experience. Then I just add the picture, and it'll automatically, I took a picture of our screen now. It's my most unforgettable experience. It'll have that bubble right there. It'll have the picture I want, and then I can just hit next. And then I can hit share. So that's just an easy one. Again, you don't have to be in it. You're repurposing content too, so you're not spinning the wheel over and over again to get content. So I think that's really good. Now, if you guys want some additional resources, if you want to learn to edit and stay updated on trends, Modern Millie on YouTube is great. She goes into a lot of detail about what's new on different apps and some strategy behind using apps, and then also how to edit a bit of a fancier video. So I like to encourage people to keep their videos shorter and just one take, because I feel like that's easiest. Just keep it simple, like a 15-second video. But she has a little bit more complex things. Maybe you want to use CapCut and do a little bit of fancy editing. She's going to be able to help you there. Let me go ahead and look at the chat real quick. Okay, let's see. Okay, somebody doesn't see it on their Instagram. Re-download it, or not re-download it, update Instagram. That will help because it is on a newer version. Is your account personal or business? I think that feature is for business accounts and not personal accounts. I have a lot of friends that use the add yours feature, and I know that they don't have special accounts. And I also don't have a business account on Instagram. I have kind of like in between. I can't think of what it's called right now, but it's not a business account. So it might just be needing to upload. Okay, good. And Richard gave some advice on that too. Thank you. IT guy. All right, so next recommendation real quick, some real estate strategy breakdown. Mike Sherrard has really good videos on this. He touches more on like podcasts and YouTube videos as well as every platform. He also dives into using paid ads. I'm not a fan of promoting paying ads on Facebook because I like to teach people how to promote themselves for free. I don't think you need to have paid ads, but if that's something you're interested in and you're just not seeing a lot of traction from going the free route, then he can kind of walk you through that process better than I would ever be able to. Now, I think this is really cool. I haven't gotten my weekly newsletter yet because I just found this a few days ago, and I really wanted to add it in here to tell you guys about it. Story.co is a website you can go on, and you can sign up if you click like weekly trend up newsletter or something. When you could search them, they will give you an email with platform updates, news, the latest trending music that's going on, and latest just trends in general. I think this is such a helpful tool. I am so mad that I didn't invent this, because I think this is going to be really important for people to know about, to just stay in the know. I think brands are going to utilize this a lot. Maybe not this particular newsletter, but I think brands and business professionals really benefit from staying up to date on trends. And it is really hard to stay up to date when there are so many different trends going on. So this just gives you a short, clear, concise little section of the internet that, you know, he does the work for you. This guy just takes everything that's trending, puts it out in a newsletter all nice and clean for you. So if that's something you're interested in, I'm still waiting on my newsletter. Hopefully it's coming soon. I just signed up a couple days ago again, but I think this was a really genius idea. And now I just wanted to open things up to any questions. I have some of my contact info here too, because I also do account audits where I spend 30 minutes with you over Zoom, and we go over your account and find out what's working for you, what's not working for you, and then my personal advice and recommendations.